Going to be talking about how I was able to build a 7-figure business while having a full-time job and being a mom. Hi everyone, my name is Frey. I am a mom of 2 and I have 2 businesses. Crazy, right? They both serve different purposes. So I sort of like give tips and tricks on how to run business with as little resources as possible. So if you want more scrappy founder tips, follow me for more. Today, I'm going to be talking about how I was able to build a 7-figure business while having a full-time job and being a mom. So here are 3 tips that sort of like help me achieve my goals. Tip number 1 is prioritization. So prioritizing specific hours of the day. So I set aside 15 hours in a week for business related activities. So in the morning before I go to work, during lunchtime, and in the evening. And those set hours I set aside, I focus on business related tasks and just make sure that I sort of like move the needle a little bit. So the thing about doing a full-time job and running a business is that it's going to be slightly slower than if you were sort of like focusing your effort 100%. However, it's very doable. Say, for example, in the morning, when I sort of like first started out, for example, in the morning before I go to work, I open my emails, respond to any urgent messages, speak to suppliers because most suppliers sort of like work in the morning, and then any urgent customer messages I respond to, and then I go into work, and then during lunchtime I open my phone, and then if there's any messages from any of my team members or anything that needs my urgent attention, I sort of like reply and respond to it. And then in the evening, when I come back, then I may sort of like perform like more strategic tasks, like maybe moving a needle with marketing or moving needle with social media management and all of those bits. So I sort of like prioritize my time and I just
Tip
try
number
to 2 is breaking activities into tiny small bits. When you're trying to sort of like achieve stuff, it just helps psychologically if you feel like you've completely achieved it. So what I do, for example, if it's marketing activities, I need to contact 10 influencers today, or I may reduce it. I need to contact 5 influencers today. So that is my top achievement for that day. Because it is small, it's something that I can actually achieve in the day. And I will feel, once I've contacted those 5, I'll feel like, oh yes, I've moved the needle a little bit. So I break whatever things I'm trying to do into small, tiny bits. So I need to contact 5 journalists today, for example. I need to send out 1 press release today. So I break it into tiny bits. I need to find 5 suppliers today. And breaking it into a little bit, that helps me achieve something in a day, and it just gives me psychologically that I've moved forward. And tip number 3, this one is very important, and I understand why most small business owners would not do. I think I'll talk more about how to sort of like find resources in the most cost effective way. But the best thing you can do if you are multitasking in that way is to delegate. Delegate. And this is something that I did not do until later on, until I started feeling really burnt out. So for example, I am responding to customer queries. I just go, oh, hang on, it's just 2 or 3 customers. I will just respond to them. Or hang on, it's just XYZ. I will just do it. But the thing is, those repetitive tasks take your time and it will burn you out. And then you're not even consistent. So we started getting bad customer reviews because customers were not getting attention because I was not consistent with it. So my tip number 3 is if you find a task that you're doing over and over again, document it and delegate it. Write it down. So these are the top roles, for example, just off the top of my head that I delegated very quickly. Number 1, customer service. Number 2, video editing. It takes so much time, but it's something that you can sort of like give to someone else to do, basically. So just tasks like that. Hello. Delegation really helps. If you want more scrappy founder tips, follow me